Hey, Jason here, Word to the Wise. If you know the Bible, in Revelation 6 and 8, it speaks about the tribulation and the great tribulation and what is to come, starting with war with the first horsemen, the four horsemen of the apocalypse, as they call them. But the second one is to take peace from the world. The third one is to cause famines and economic, distress on the world. So if you look around the world right now in the last few months, everybody has been talking in America. You can find a million people talking about the economic collapse of the dollar. It's just being held up by the banks right now. It's worthless. Other countries have been cashing in their gold, taking their gold from our country out of our banks to go and cash it in with somebody else, to invest somewhere else, because they know our dollar is nothing. You got GMOs coming out because the food problems that are going to be happening, you have to genetically modify. And famines, hunger, and that'll be probably produced by the economic collapse. And how many people that are, just recently accounted, 1.5 million people that are on food stamps that were all being held out from the government shutdown. And then you have, what's the other one? The peace of the world, war of the world. You got Russia and China joining up to go against Israel. You got Turkey joining up. That is totally put in the Bible, as a sign of the times. And here it is. You have Israel, joining up with others that were spoken in the Bible. I don't have it all with me right now. I was just going to speak on Revelations, but you have America and Venezuela going head to head. You have Venezuela joining also with Russia, which is all a part of, supposedly since 2006 in the Obama era, he caused sanctions because they wanted to control the oil. And so Venezuela, was going out to China to get some help money-wise. And it's just a whole nother story. But, war is on every continent right now. India is ready to go to war. There's problems. They're trying to formulate a European army. India, China, every continent. I don't know what's going on in Australia, but I'm sure they have their own problems going on. They got heat, they got cold, they got heat, they got cold. But also, they're talking always about asteroids with NASA. If they don't make known all these problems that they know are going to happen in the end of days, they need people to be on board with science. So it has to be laid out for them now, because during these tribulations, they don't want people turning and going, you know what? I heard somebody say that this is in the Bible. So religion is going to be, very locked down in the future. There's a lot of things going on, and I just saw it today, a new verbiage going around, which is religious fraternity of the one world religion. And that is being brought around by the Pope. The Pope just went to China to tell the people to, obey their emperor. And now here we have Maduro in Venezuela talking about, we need to have the Pope come here and help us and bless us. And then he went to Iran. Iran is very against religion of any other kind than, I guess, the Islam or the Muslim. I'm not sure what exactly theirs is, and I'm sorry. But at the same point, you got the Pope and their religious leader from Iran they're signing some sort of religious peace treaty. I mean, what was against their religion all this time they were like killing people for, and now here the Pope comes around and they're all for it. So understand the signs. It's a spiritual war coming on this world. Spiritual signs are everywhere, spiritual attacks, and it's getting harder and harder to stomach. I myself am going through plenty of my own, and I know I've heard it from every other channel out there. Everybody's going through these things right now, and it's sad. And people, I just tried to, somebody's telling me, why is the ISS floating around up in space right now? It's visual. And it's like, trying to explain to them why, why somebody would even say that, oh, I can see this glowing light up there. They say it's the ISS. It's like, you have no idea what you're even talking about. Have you seen it with a telescope? Look at it and show me that it is, and then come talk to me about how you see the ISS floating around. Because remember, it's going 18,000 miles an hour. It goes 250 miles above the Earth. It's going around the Earth every, 90 minutes or something, and you think it's just going to be a floating star that's sitting up there for you to see. If you see anybody that says that they see it, it's shooting across the sky. There's no evidence saying that it's not a drone. So we can't be of these worldly things. People are saying test the spirits. If you know what that is, go to the Bible and just see what you can find where it says about these things. Go to Bible Hub and just type in words that you're curious about and test. Start research these things. There'll be many verses that'll pop up. Read them all if you have to. Go ahead of them, go behind them, and read the whole chapter if you have to. But just keep your head up. Word to the wise.